What's crackin', folks? T-Money up in the hazy. Happy Friday evening, and thank God it's Friday. It's been a long week, a stressful week. Just a bunch of life bullshit. Absolutely ridiculous things happened that I'm not... this is not the time nor place to go into detail, but let's just say people are fucked up, and we'll leave it at that. Not everybody, though. Not everybody's a gigantic fucking prick. I promise you that much. But, yeah, there are pricks out there, so be wary. Anyways, let's get into the update. Sorry to begin this update on such a frustrating note or depressing note. I'm not usually that way, but it's just like life shit, man. It's just people cease to impress me every day. And I just, I just prefer to surround myself by good people, not by assholes. So, we'll leave it at that, and I promise I won't rant or rave anymore. So today, good people. Jesse from Diabolic DVD, my friend, sent me a nice package of beautiful movies. So I'm going to unbox that. Actually, I've already unboxed it, so I'm going to go through it tonight. And that's about it. I have one other film that I got in yesterday that I will share with you guys real quick. And so we'll start off with that. Year of the Dragon. And actually, T-Money 2 times strikes again, like a idiot that I am. Yeah, there's no explanation for this. But I think that I'm probably going to just gift this to one of my friends, the owner of the UPS store, because he's a huge fan of this movie. And fate had its way. I mean, I was in the UPS store the other day, and he was like, dude, have you seen this movie, Year of the Dragon? It's super good. And I was like, that's weird. I was just looking at it on this website. He doesn't know Diabolic, but, and because I collect Warner anyway, and I was like, Warner Archive Collection's putting it out. And he's like, yeah, I want to grab it. He was like, I'm trying to get it for a decent price. And he doesn't care. He just was looking for the DVD, but I was like, yeah, well, I'll keep my eyes peeled for a nice Blu-ray copy. And he was like, yeah, Blu-ray, I don't need Blu-ray, just DVD, which is cool. I always commend people who don't give a shit about that. But anyways, I'm probably going to just give him a copy because I ordered 2 by accident. And yeah, I'm stoked to check it out, though. Like, kind of like I think it's like a mid-80s action suspense, gangster-ish, Asian-esque movie. I don't know, Year of the Dragon. Takes place in Manhattan's Chinatown. So I'm stoked to check that one out. And then we will get into the unboxing. So, I mean the Diabolic DVD package. So I got 5 films. I think. Yeah. So let's start off with a new one from Shout Select. We have number 69, Someone to Watch Over Me. Now, I've never seen this movie before. Tom Berenger and Mimi Rogers. Gotta grab my blade out because the nails aren't cutting it tonight. It's weird how sometimes the nails work on the plastic and other times they don't. So this is number 69, as I just said. Someone to Watch Over Me. I'm actually smart now. I have an empty bag next to me where I can put all the like innards as I open things up, so it's not just like a disaster on the floor when I'm done. But this movie is from 1987, an enjoyable romantic thriller that shows off director Ridley Scott's extraordinary visual artistry. Cool. I didn't know Ridley. I can't speak tonight. Deep breaths. I didn't know he directed this movie. A stunning New York socialite, and here I go, I'm going to attempt to read this, and a down-to-earth city cop are caught in a deadly web of illicit passion and heart-stopping suspense in this taut, stylish thriller. Newly appointed detective Mike Keegan finds himself turned upside down, his life turned upside down, when he's assigned to protect the beautiful eyewitness to a brutal murder. Lured into danger and the dizzying heights of Gregory's glamorous lifestyle, Keegan struggles to walk the line between protection and obsession while trying to stay one step ahead of the psychotic killer. So, yeah, I'm wondering why some of these suspense thrillers that Scream Factory is putting out there, they're saving, it seems, for the Shout Select line. But, yeah, and then others like Mad Max get Scream Factory releases. Peppy, what you doing over there, lovely girl? Keep seeing us, like, so lonely tonight, guys. She wants to say hi, but she can't build up the courage to come on camera. The only time she comes on camera is when she doesn't know it's filming. But then she knows when the camera's on, she just doesn't like to show her face. That's okay. I love her. Alright, so so next up, awesome. I didn't know, Jesse told me he was sold out of this, but he actually, this actually came in, I think, I got really lucky because they were sold out of these, but he ended up getting a few copies in that day, so he threw this in. I've been wanting to grab just a regular keep case edition of this movie. We all love Extra. It's an amazing film. Don't really need to talk about it. I own many editions of this, but I don't own a standard Blu-ray of it, so I'm happy to finally have this so I don't have to whip out those crazy collector's editions when wanting to throw it on. I know it sounds so ridiculous, really, but it's just easier access, and that's basically the bottom line. I've been wanting to just grab a standard edition. Also like to preserve the more expensive collector's editions as well. But yeah, I'm not going to go into details on this one. We've all seen Extra. It's awesome. So I'm happy that Second Sight put it out on Blu-ray and special edition. Alright, next up we have another one that I've never seen before, The House That Jack Built. Now, this is a new one, I think, and it stars Uma Thurman, which is cool, and Jeremy Davies and a few other people that I've never heard of. This is the full uncensored version. Matt Dillon is the star of this movie. Cool. Disturbing and sickeningly graphic. Yeah, I've never seen this. It's from 2019, so it's a new film, I believe. Or 2018. And in a mesmerizing career best, Matt Dillon plays failed architect turned serial killer Jack, who over the span of 12 years leads us through his thought process behind the increasingly depraved acts of murder, which he names incidents. And an amazing supporting cast. So somebody had talked about this movie a year or so ago, and I remember being interested in it, but never, I guess, I don't know if it didn't have a release or what the deal was, but it's a Curzon Artificial Eye. Is that the company? Yeah, that put this out. I've never heard of them before. But why do you keep shutting off? But yeah, if any of you guys have seen this one, let me know your thoughts. The House That Jack Built. This is Region B locked, I believe. Yeah, it is. So, next up we have a new one from VCI. We have Beyond Atlantis, and I'm stoked for this movie because I've never seen it, and I've heard a lot about it, and it stars Sid Haig, and I love Sid Haig. So, any Sid Haig movies that I've never seen before, I'm always down to check out. So let's pop this one open. Sorry I didn't pre-open these up, but Beyond Atlantis. This is from 1973, so it's definitely an early roll. Looks like it's a 2-discer, and then behind the discs you have like a write-up, which is cool. I like when they do that. 1973, a group of men set off on an expedition for pearls near Manita Cathy. A local archaeologist accompanies them, and together, near Manila, sorry, Manita, and together they discover an island where the inhabitants have pearlized eyes, and these half-humans, half-fish creatures can stay underwater for great lengths of time. By all indications, they are descendants of Atlantis. While observing their ancient rituals, which include lovemaking in the sea, Cathy finds out that the leaders of the island must mate with outsiders to ensure their future generation. This, along with a chest full of pearls, leads to an explosive climax. Interesting. And I'm interested to see what role Sid Haig plays in this movie, but it's Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Kind of like that cover artwork. And the titties are covered, so we're clear there. And this is chock full of bonus boner features. Video interviews with the director, stars, Sid Haig. Awesome. So, cool. So, and it says press book and photo gallery. Does that mean that the press book is... It's not in here, so I guess it must be digital. Unless it's the text behind the cover, because it's not a reversible cover artwork, but it's got writing behind it, so it's some sort of reversible. Alright, and second to last, we have Nemesis 2, 3, and 4 on Blu-ray. Sorry I didn't grab the first Nemesis. I wanted to show you that as well, just to show you that MVD has now put out all 4 of the Nemesis films on Blu-ray with nice slippy dippy. But the first one you get is a standalone release, and then you get triple feature 2, 3, and 4, just like this. And I'm pretty sure the UK did the same thing with their releases of Nemesis. They released Nemesis 1 single cut, and then 2, 3, and 4 on Blu-ray. This is a pretty fun little franchise. I definitely enjoy the first film the best, but they're okay, the other ones. So I'm stoked. Nemesis 2, this set includes Nemesis 2, Nebula, 3, The Time Lapse, and 4, A Cry of Angels. Cry of Angels. So, yeah. MVD. Bringing the goodness. Sci-fi. Action stuff. When were these movies made? 90s, right? The first one? Can't remember now. But looks like these were 90s flicks. Mid-90s. Although the last film... Yeah, 96. So early to mid-90s. To late 90s. And yeah, so you get the slipcover, which is sweet. It's tight, so tight on there. And then there's your other... And I don't think you get reversible cover artwork with the MVD Rewind collection, but it's okay. This is number 16. I do have the whole collection to date. So that's awesome. And last but not least, I was looking through my Studio Canal box sets, and I found out that I had The Fog, John Carpenter's Escape from New York. They're all John Carpenter movies, and John Carpenter's They Live. But I could not find for the life of me my favorite movie of all the Studio Canal John Carpenter movies they put out, which happens to be Prince of Darkness. So shout out to my buddy, obviously Jesse over at Diabolic DVD. Put me aside a copy of this, and you know, he said this was dinged up. It's hardly dinged up, so thank you, dude. I really appreciate everything you do for me. And, you know, these releases, they're flimsy, kind of cheap packaging, so a lot of them got damaged in freight, you know, transit or whatever. So, like, my They Live is damaged. My Escape from New York, they're all slightly creased. See the bottom on that? It's hard to see, but yeah, there. They're all slightly damaged, but I'm going to keep them all factory sealed. And it's really, really nice to have completed my collection of the 4K releases. I have all these movies on 4K anyway, well, with 4K transfers, so I don't need to open these. These are just collector's pieces. But that's the 4 films. Oops, sorry. Oops, that's right. So that's the 4 box sets. So it's really, really nice to have these, because Prince of Darkness is sold out now. I'm not sure about the other ones, so they go for a pretty penny. So thank you, Jesse, for sending that over. And that's about it, guys. That's everything I have to show you tonight. So tomorrow I'll have an interesting movie I'm getting in. I know of just one that I'm stoked to check out. I might do a little show and tell of it. I don't know. Probably not if it's the only thing I get in. But stay tuned for that. And stay tuned as always. And also, I've noticed like an influx lately in subscribers. So, because my shit like really tends to spike and then plateau, level out, gets quiet for a while, and then all of a sudden it spikes. So I don't know if somebody out there shouted me out, but I've gotten like 5 or 6 new subscribers in the last couple of days. So I appreciate that. If you did, come forth, Mystery One. Whoever is out there who may or may not have shouted me out, come forth so I can thank you. Because it's strange when I randomly get like an influx of subscribers. Appreciate everybody watching, new ones and old. Thank you so much. Talk to you guys later, very soon. Have a good night. Stay up. Be good to each other, guys. Don't be assholes to each other.